Hi students, welcome to La Excellence IAS Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss some of the important prelims related questions from today's The Hindu newspaper. Let's start. The first question is related to polity. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Maharashtra has bicameral legislature. 2. No seats are reserved for SC or ST in assembly elections. 3. All states in India have more than 60 MLAs. 4. Maximum strength of a state assembly is fixed at 500. How many of the above statements are correct? So the context for this news is that some of the states went for by-elections and major states like Maharashtra, Jharkhand went for assembly elections. So in this context we have framed this question. Maharashtra has bicameral legislature. That means it has assembly as well as council, legislative council. So the statement 1 is correct. The statement 2 is false because in every state a certain number of seats based on the population are reserved for SC and ST. It was extended by 105th Constitutional Amendment Act till 2030. Based on the proportion of population in every state, certain seats are reserved for SC and ST communities. The statement 3 is false. Why? Because states like Goa, Sikkim and some of the Mizoram, they have MLAs less than 60. So the statement 3 is false. The maximum strength of a state assembly is fixed at 500. The constitution clearly says that the minimum strength of an assembly is 60 and maximum strength of an assembly is 500. But the same constitution also gives exemption for certain states like Goa, Sikkim, because they are too small to have 60 MLAs. So how many of the above statements are correct? Statement 1 is correct. Statement 4 is correct. So the answer for this is B, 1 and 4 only. Option B. The next question is related to Chief Election Commissioner. CJI recuses from pleas against new law for EC appointments. In 2023, a law was made, which is what we say Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners appointment, conditions of service and term of office, which mentions that it includes Prime Minister, the selection committee for CEC and other election commissioners. It includes PM, leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, and other minister appointed by Prime Minister. So some of them went to the court challenging this, that it gives undue influence to the executive in the appointment of Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioner. Let's see a question in relation to it. Consider the following statements with reference to Chief Election Commissioner. Statement 1. The Constitution of India specifies qualification and tenure of Chief Election Commissioner. 2. CEC is appointed by Prime Minister. 3. Post-retirement Chief Election Commissioner is barred from taking up any job under government. How many of the above are false? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. Let's see the statement 1. The Constitution does not give any mention of qualifications and tenure of CEC. So the statement 1 is false. 2. Constitution clearly says that he gives a protection for that he will be in case of impeachment, he will be treated on the same grounds as Supreme Court judge. That's all. C is appointed by President of India. So there is no bar on Chief Election Commissioner taking up a job under the government post-retirement. So the statement 3 is also false. So statement 1 is false, 2 is false, 3 is false. How many of the above are false? So all 3 are false. So option C is correct. The third question is related to important days. Consider the following pairs. 1. World Water Day, March 22. 2. World Environment Day, June 5. 3. World Wildlife Day, September 16. Here we have given the day and where it was celebrated. How many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? A. Only one pair, B. Only two pairs, C. All three pairs, D. None of the pairs. So World Water Day is celebrated on March 22 is correct. World Environment Day is celebrated on June 5, it's also correct. World Wildlife Day, it's not celebrated on September 16, it is celebrated on December 4th, today. World Wildlife Day, it is celebrated to mark the signing of Convention on International Trade on Endangered Species of Flora and Fauna, to mark the signing of CITES agreement. So when the 3 is not correctly matched, how many of the above pairs are matched correctly? So only 2 pairs. Actually September 16 is World Ozone Day. So the answer for this question is option B, only 2 pairs. The fourth and final question is related to environment. Consider the following statements with reference to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Statement 1. High income countries are listed in the Annex 1 of UNFCCC. 2. COP30 of UNFCCC is going to be held in Brazil. 3. Common but differentiated responsibilities is a principle of UNFCCC that acknowledges that countries have different responsibilities for climate change. How many of the above E's are correct? A. Only 1, B. Only 2, C. All 3, D. None. So UNFCCC is one of the important agreements of which was signed in 1992. So it provides for combating climate change, as the convention itself name speaks itself. Yes, it has Annex 1, Annex 2. The Annex 1 contains the high income countries which will pay for the climate finance. So the next COP means the next conference of parties is going to be held in Brazil. Statement 2 is also correct. Common but differentiated responsibilities is the principle. What is CBDR? Let's say the America has more capabilities because it has more technology, more money. It will contribute more for combating climate change. Let's say a poor country like Kenya, it will also contribute, but with its capacity. So 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is correct. How many of the boys are correct? So all 3 are correct. So the answer for this question is option C. Now the question for the audience is where, please let us know in the comment box where COP29 was held. Thank you all for joining us today. Have a good day.